Hello, students. This is Mahima Gupta, and today we are going to start our next chapter, which is chapter number 10, and the title is Managing Your Moods. So, before starting this chapter, let's have a look on these lines, which are written by William Wordsworth. So, with the help of these lines, William Wordsworth want to say that for oft means often. So, when often he lie on his couch. Couch is a type of relaxing chair in vacant or in pensive mood. Vacant means indifferent, we can say, when you are not thinking about anything. So in vacant or in pensive. Pensive means upset or neutral mood. So when he was in neutral and indifferent mood, then they flash upon that inward eye. Inward eye, this word is used here as a symbol for spiritual vision. So when he lie on his couch and he was in a pensive or vacant mood, then he used to see things with his spiritual visions. Okay, and then he realized the bliss means blessing. Then he realizes the blessing of his solitude. Solitude means loneliness, but in a positive sense. Solitude is used here in a positive sense. So then he enjoyed the blessing of his loneliness, his own company. And then my heart means then his heart, William's Wordsworth heart, filled with pleasure. Okay, when he enjoy his own company, then his heart fills with pleasure and dances with the daffodils. Daffodils is a type of flower. So when he enjoy his own company, then his heart fills with happiness and he enjoy everything and his heart dances like daffodils. So in this chapter, we are going to study about the various phases of our moods and how to control our moods. Okay, so let's start with these slides. In the picture, you can see the various moods of a boy are given here. Okay, so now this is our next page. Why do our moods change? The first heading is here. Why do our mood change? So mood is nothing but our state of mind. Okay, how we react toward the various stimuli. Stimuli means various incident or various events that happens in our life. So mood is nothing but our state of mind, how we react toward the various reasons of various events. Okay, for example, if your friend tell you that you are looking very smart, then what will happen? Then you will start feeling very good. Okay, and for example, if you are not selected for the cricket team or any sports event, or you failed in your exam, then what happen? Then you will be sad. Okay, then you will feel disgusted. So in this way our mood changes because of the events. Okay, so in both the cases your mood change because you reacted to the outside inputs. Okay, because you reacted toward the events. So this is how our mood works. So let's begin here. The next paragraph is magic of words. A short story is there. The story is about Emperor Akbar and his minister Birbal. Okay, so what happened? One day Akbar asked Birbal that Birbal, please tell me something that could make me happy, okay, on many occasions and sad on some others day. So then Birbal take nearly 1 week, and after that period he gave a golden ring to the king. Okay, and what he said by gifting the king that ring, he told the emperor that there was something engraved inside the ring, means something is written inside the ring that is to be read by the king when he feel happy or sad. Okay, so this is the starting of the story. Now what happened next? Here you can see there was an occasion when Akbar was very happy, so he took off the ring and read what was engraved inside that ring. And by reading that sentence, his laughter or his happiness, we can say, vanished. Then, after few days, when the king was very sad because his favorite horse was lost, then again he took off his ring and read the message inside it, and his mood became much better. So guess what was written inside that ring? The sentence which was written on the ring is, this too shall pass. This too shall pass means, if you are sad and you read this sentence, that this too shall pass means this sadness, okay, and this worry will pass after some time. So you are not needed to feel sad about this moment. And if you are too happy, if you are very happy, then also this sentence will teach you that this happiness will also this happiness will also pass. So don't be so happy, okay? So the moral of this story is that if you are too happy about something, be sure and realize that whatever you are happy about will also end and vanish one day. Vanish means, will, we can say, will end, okay? It will evaporate, will not be there after some time. And similarly, if you are sad due to the loss of something, that your tragedy, your loved ones, or anything else, then it will also be, we can say, end, okay? Then it will also not will stay for a long time. So in this way you can control your mind. Now the next paragraph, the heading is equanimous mind. What is the meaning of equanimous? Meaning of equanimous is balanced, okay? So how to control our mind and how to make our mind equanimous? As we learned earlier, moods are a state of our mind. So if we are able to stay cool even if something goes wrong and also remain calm, then we can control our mind easily, okay? This state of controlling our mind, okay, in happiness and in sadness also, is called a balanced mind, okay? A balanced mind. So it is good to understand first the reason for our happiness or unhappiness. Whenever you feel something like that, try to know the reason of your happiness or unhappiness. Whenever you feel unhappy, try to find out the reason that make you sad, okay? Then after that, make an effort to convince yourself, okay? Try to convince yourself that the reason is not that much big that it can't be controlled. Anything can be corrected. So try to correct that point, that problem. Then many times you would realize that the reason that make you unhappy are trivial. Trivial means very small. They are not even matters. So in this way you have to control your mind. Firstly, you have to evaluate which reason has made you happy or sad. Then you have to uh, then you have to understand what is the reason, then how that reason can be corrected, okay? In this way you can balance your mind. Now next page, reacting to situation. Here is another story, so let's start, okay? Rohan, the main character is Rohan. Once Rohan was having breakfast with Ravi. Ravi is his younger brother. Then accidentally, means by mistake, Ravi spilled milk on the table, and which resulted in Rohan's shirt getting displaced. Okay, means Rohan's shirt was wet now. Now in anger, Rohan slapped his brother, who obviously began cry. Okay, when Rohan slapped his brother, then Ravi began to cry. This angered him even more, and he left his breakfast. Then Rohan left his breakfast on the table, and in great hurry he zipped on his motorcycle toward his office. Because he was over speeding, then the policeman also stopped him and slapped a fine of rupees 500. Due to this accident, he reached his office late and scolded by his boss also. So the incident made his whole day wrong, okay, and bad. His whole day was spoiled and he reached home late in evening, very tired and disgusted and sad also. And for the day gone wrong, he put the entire blame on his younger brother. Now think about this story and give me the reason. Give me the answer of some question. Could Rohan have handled the situation with Ravi better? The answer will be no. Second question, who is to be blamed for the bad day which that Rohan had? So the answer will be Rohan or Ravi. The answer will be Rohan, not Ravi. Okay. Next one. What would you do if you were in his place? So it's your opinion. Okay. So the things have to be dealt with very care. Okay. You have to deal with every situation with very care. Okay. Then also you can balance your mind. Then also you can make yourself happy. Okay. Now, next paragraph is sulking or brooding makes us lost out. Okay, what is the meaning of brooding? Brooding means thinking about something for a very long time. That is not required actually. Many of us have a bad habit to repeatedly recalling or remembering negative thoughts. Okay, these things, this habit make us very irritated and sad also. So going through these negative thoughts make us more miserable and we can say sad. So this habit should be removed from our routine. Colloquially means occasionally. People usually curse others by saying, I will never forget you for the next 7 lifetime. For the next 7 lifetime. When, for example, just imagine if you are angry with anyone and you told him that I will not forgive you for the next 7 lifetime. Then what are you doing? You're simply trying to recall the same negative impact, the negative result. You know, you're trying to keep that negative thoughts in your mind and recall them again and again, and in the this will result in the beginning of sadness. So what you have to do, you simply have to forgive them, and you have to forget all the bad things and remove all the negative ideas from your mind. This will give you a feeling of comfort and happiness also. Brooding for even 7 hours, leave aside 7 lifetimes. Okay, you should not have to brood even for 7 hours. Apart, leave that 7 lifetimes. Okay, we could have utilized those 7 hours in a more productive pursuit rather than thinking about the negative thoughts. Now, some tips are here to control bad moods. First point is think positive. Whenever you feel sad or angry, the first thing then you have to do is think positive. Okay, you have to remove the negative thoughts from your mind. Okay, and you have to think positive for every event. Okay, next one is be aware of outside stimuli. Always be aware of the negative impacts or negative elements which can put you in a bad mood. So whenever any of these factors are at play, be prepared to handle your mood. Okay, you have to prepare yourself for handling the negative elements. Okay, this will act as a preventive measure. The next one is try to bounce back, means try to overcome from the negative thoughts. If you are feeling sad, go for a walk, watch a movie, read a good book. Okay, so that you can remove the negative thoughts from your mind. So in this way, you have to try to overcome your bad mood. Next one, share your problems with others. Whenever you feel bad, the thing that you have to do is to share your problems with your parents, your friends, your teachers. They can surely help you in finding a solution to your problem. One line is written there in Bible. The line is, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Wrath means anger. Means your anger should not last more than one day. You have to leave your anger and be happy again before one day. Okay, this will help. This will help you in a happy life. Okay, so our chapter is completed, and I will send the question answers in PDF in the various groups. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the chapter. So try to adopt these positive ideas in your life for a better vision. Okay, thank you.